Welcome back. This is part 2 of our video about writing a paragraph. And in this one, we are going to talk about what is peer editing and what benefits does it have for your writing, improving your writing skills, and how can we edit the work of our peers. Okay, let's start with what it is. Showing your work to another student is a very useful way to improve your writing. And because while you are writing, you know what you're writing about, but the clarity of your writing can only be judged by someone else who is reading what you have written. So, do they understand what you mean? Do they think your explanations are enough? Your examples are to the point? Do they understand the main point? And in the end, do they agree with your opinion, etc.? So, peer editing, peer evaluation is a great way of improving the writing skills. And doing peer editing, your peer or your partner is expected to write directly on your work. Here is the first draft of the paragraph about the writer's first date with Greg. Do you remember that first date with Greg from the previous video? It is here. She explains what happened here in this one. She explains what happened on their first date with Greg. Okay, so this is the first draft, all right? This is the first draft of what the writer have written. And these parts are the feedback of the writer's partner. So even when a first date is a disaster, a couple can still become good friends. For example, my first date with Greg wasn't very good. I thought he was coming to pick me up at 6:30, but he didn't. When I got into his car, I tore my tights. Next, I accidentally got some spaghetti on my shirt. Then we went to a film. He fell asleep during the film. Now that Greg and I are good friends, we can look back and laugh because even when a first date is a disaster, a couple can still become good friends. So this was the first version of this paragraph. And this paragraph is the second version. It was written after her partner's feedback. And here is the partner's feedback. Can you make this stronger? When did he come? Explain how you told him. Tell me about this. What kind of film? How did you feel about that? Good. You can also give, you can also point out to the points that you like or points that you find good. The same as a topic sentence. So here is a warning. Her partner tells this writer that her topic sentence and her concluding sentence are the same. All right. And let's skip these questions and just focus on the last question. Go back to exercise 4 on page 18 and read the paragraph about the date again. Did the writer use the reader's suggestions? Okay, let's compare these two. So the first suggestion was, can you make this stronger? Greg wasn't very good. My first date with Greg wasn't very good. And as you can see, she changed the phrase wasn't very good to was terrible. All right, it is stronger. And the second suggestion was, when did he come? And the writer says, he was coming to pick me up at 6:30, but instead he came at 6. So again, he took her advice. She took her advice. The next one, explain how you told him. When I got into his car, I scraped my leg against the car door and tore my tights. So yes, explanation is given on how she tore her tights. Tell me more about this. Got some spaghetti. Tell me more about this. I accidentally dropped some spaghetti on my shirt. So she explains how she got spaghetti on her shirt here. So again, takes the peer's advice. And what kind of film? We went to a film and I chose a romantic comedy. Again, the detail was added. How did you feel about that? He fell asleep. How did you feel about that? He fell asleep during the film and I got angry. So she also added her feeling. And the same as the topic sentence. We can look back and laugh because even when a first date is a disaster, a couple can. We can look back and laugh at how terrible that first date was. So it was changed. It is no longer the same with the topic sentence. So this writer took all the advice offered by her peer, her partner. Okay, so when you write your paragraph, please try to write it leaving spaces between the lines like this, okay? So that your partner can write comments about your writing, all right? And why do writers use peer editing? There are two reasons for peer editing. The first is to get the reader's opinion about your writing, because a reader can tell you that you should add more details or explanations, as you can see in this example. They can tell you something is not organized clearly. They can tell you that you have some information that is not relevant. And also there is something that is hard to understand. So they can, their comments about these issues can help you better with your next draft. And the second reason to share writing with others is for you to read more examples of writing. As the more examples you read, I mean, it will help you improve your own writing faster. So you may see something in your friend's writing and you may tell yourself that, oh, I'm doing the same thing too. And actually it doesn't look so good. So I think I shouldn't do this, etc. Commenting, reading and commenting on others' work helps you to improve your own work. Okay, how do I peer edit? Read your partner's work several times. The first time, just read from the beginning to the end and ask yourself, what is it about? What is the writer's purpose? First, try to understand what is said in the paragraph, what is the main idea, and what are the supporting sentences, locate them. And on your second reading, go more slowly and look at specific parts of the writing and make notes. Look for the topic sentences and concluding sentences. Note places where you have trouble understanding something, where there seems to be unnecessary information, and where there's not enough information. Let the writer know which parts of the text are especially strong or interesting. So you can give them, of course, positive feedback too. We shouldn't always point out to the wrong parts, but we can also point out to the good parts too, so that in their next time they're writing, they can repeat what they did good, and they can change what they did not good. Ask questions. There's a good way to let the writer know where he or she could add more information, like this. A film. What kind of film? He fell asleep. How did you feel about that? He didn't. Then when did he come? All right. You can ask such questions to point out to the missing details. And circle or underline words, phrases, sentences that you wish to comment on. And when you are peer editing for the first time, please don't look for grammar or spelling mistakes. Just pay attention to the content and the organization of the work and the clarity, of course. All right. Giving constructive suggestions. For each pair of sentences, check the one that you feel would be most helpful to the writer. This is a weak topic sentence. Or can you make this topic sentence stronger? So if your comment is not a direct criticism, but more like a suggestion, then it will be a constructive comment. Did you remember a concluding sentence? Why didn't you write a concluding sentence? So I think both are not so good, but for this one, I would definitely go. This is the better one, I guess. But I would just say missing concluding sentence, I would say. Or I think you forgot about the concluding sentence, etc. But I think this one, the first one, is more rude than the other one. You didn't write enough, or please explain more about your holiday. Where did you stay? What did you do during the day? Yeah, the second one not only is polite, but also gives suggestions on on what kinds of details to add. I'm not sure what this part means. This must be wrong. I can't understand it. So instead of telling your friend that their point is wrong, you can just say, I'm not sure what this part means. It sounds more polite. I think the sentence should come before the next one. Your organization is pretty bad. You'd better change it. So again, direct confrontation will not be helpful for your friend. So try to be as polite as possible. In this one, you are suggesting what you think the problem is. Okay. In this one, you just say your friend that there's a problem, but in this one, you suggest where the problem might be. So you are helpful with the first one. Why do you keep saying the same thing over and over again? I think these two sentences are really saying the same thing. Of course, the second one is definitely more polite, and also it points out to the problem, to the nature of the problem, not only says that there is a problem. I can't understand why you're talking about your sister. Your paragraph is about your brother, but this sentence is about your sister. Are you sure it's relevant? So again, a very polite way of saying, pointing out to an irrelevant piece of information. This is a good paragraph. Nice work. I wish I could write as well as you. I like your topic sentence because it has a strong main idea. Your example is funny. I wish I could meet your brother. So which one do you think is better in this one? I think this is unnecessary. And in the second one, because it has a strong main idea, and your example is funny, you explain why you like it, okay? But in the first one, you don't explain why you like it. So if you explain why you like it, it will help your partner to repeat the strong points, to repeat the correct things in their next writing. Yeah, so please try to be constructive while you are giving comments to your partner. Okay. Okay, just skip this part. All right, it's not homework or anything, but this part, review part, is homework. All right. It is about the paragraph. All right, developing a paragraph, a review for the developing the paragraph, and finally, please do. Let me sum up your homework. Do 14, exercise 14, exercise 9. Okay, I'll come to that. Exercise 9. In Unit 3. So Unit 3 exercises, of course, all of it should be completed, but these are especially your homework. Okay, exercise 9. 9 and 14 exercises. 9 and 14 you should do by yourself. Exercise 6. Exercise 6, I'm going to include it in the paragraph homework. Oh yeah, this one, exercise 5. Okay, for unit 2, exercise 5 is your homework. And for the paragraph homework, exercise 6 from unit 2, exercise 7 from unit 3, and write a concluding paragraph. Sorry, concluding sentence to your paragraph. And then peer edit your friend's paragraph. All right. So the homework is write a paragraph. So from unit 2, exercise 6, you are going to choose 3 topics and write a topic sentence for each. And then unit 3, 7, yeah. Unit 3, exercise 7, you will choose one of those topics, brainstorm some ideas, and then develop your paragraph. Choose one topic and your topic sentence from unit 2, exercise 6. Develop, brainstorm first. Brainstorm and develop your paragraph, but don't, yeah, paragraph. Next step, is step 1, step 2. Next step, write a concluding sentence. Next step, read and review and edit, if you want, your own paragraph. Okay. And please, while you're writing your paragraph, write it like this, okay? Leave a space, leave some space between the lines so that your friend can write review and exchange paragraphs with a partner. And review and edit, comment on, not edit, sorry. Comment on each other's paragraphs. And then write your own paragraph again based on the comments of your partner. Okay, when you finish this, upload all these 3 things on Google Classroom. I mean, all these 4 things actually. On Google Classroom, you need to upload this worksheet, complete it, the things that we do in the video and the homework. And for the paragraph, let's call this worksheet homework, and the paragraph homework, you need to upload the paragraph before peer review, your friend's review notes, which looks like this, okay, your friend's review notes, and the rewritten version, the final version of your paragraph. All right, so you should upload, for the paragraph homework, you should upload these 3 items. Okay, I'm going to write even clearer instructions on Google Classroom when I open the assignments, and you can also read the instructions there. Okay, thank you very much for watching my videos, and see you guys when we come back. I won't say next year. Okay, I won't. All right, see you and take care.